Hello, everyone, and thank you guys so much for sticking around here on the Path to LCS stream as we continue on our coverage of the second Summer Open qualifier for the Proving Grounds Regdor. We just had a crazy match between Large and Team Fish Taco as a top 16 team has been knocked out of the top 16 running for advancement into the group stage. It is chaos on the Rift here in the Open qualifiers. We're working our way, getting ready, greased up and good to go for the next round, the final round, round number 5. It's all been leading up to this, Rector.
I can't wait to see. I know we still have results pouring in, but who's going to be the 5-0 team now that we at least know 100 Thieves Next has dropped a game. So a new run back there, as well as fleshing out the rest of the top 16 teams. It's going to be a lot of bubble matches, a lot of nail biters, and I think chaos is going to reign supreme on the Rift. That's for sure.
I love how the general vibe this Open qualifier is everyone has as many tabs open as possible, trying to keep up with everything. You know, you've got a million Discord tabs open, trying to see side selection, match results, the whole 9 yards. We've got notes, official sheet. Oh, we got everything going on. But before we get into the round 5 action, you guys may have guessed it in chat. It's another round of the Caster Cabana as we take you guys through a little bit of a break as we get ready for the next round. Regdor starting us off, dark horse candidate to make a run in the group stage / best 3-1 team. To let you know, the current 3-1 teams right now: 100 Thieves Next, Evil Geniuses, Jake's Kittens, and you know them, you love them, it's the DK crew sitting at 3-1 right now.
Yeah, none of those feel like dark horses anymore.
I know.
That's what's
wait. 100 Thieves dark horse. That's my prediction here. I think they're gonna do the best.
That's too big of a meme for me. That's wild. You know, DK crew is still near and dear to my heart. The people's champion, if you will, the Banana Slammers. So I don't know that they're a dark horse anymore, but I feel like as much as I love them, I would love to see them end up with, you know, the 4-1 record going into the next stage. So I'm going to say they're my pick as the best 3-1 team.
And excuse me, we saw DK crew all the way back in the first round against the Super Sunshine Fruit Basket Warriors, and I'm so happy to see them keep on building on their success from the previous summer qualifier. This team was so close to getting into top 8. They were placed in the group of death. This next round for them, yes, they're 3-1. Yes, they're sitting comfortably in the top 16, but if they maybe go 4-1, they get into a different group. We'll have to see how everything shakes out. But very much so something to follow as all the 3-1 teams. Regdor, who would have thought that 100 Thieves and EG would have been going in 3-1? Very interesting. Anyway, which team / player has surprised us the most through 4 rounds here in the Proving Grounds? Regdor, I'll let you start us off.
I always get to start us off. I'll
start us off this time.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
let's change it up a bit. Yeah, continuity. Woo.
All right, Large, I think far and away, has surprised me the most. Getting a win on TFT is huge. They had to go up against some juggernauts in 100 Thieves Next, so getting that early matchup out of the way for them, just as a squad overall, they're living, man. And I think they go into that just last game, the aggressive bot lane matchup. We thought the Nautilus response pick was going to be the way for Winter and Devin to go, and they didn't back down at all. They had big trust in the bot lane there. So overall, Ninum and Lin, shout out to you guys popping off, giving your guys a team for a shot at qualifying for top 16.
Yeah, I was going to say that Lin was just insane. cracked and jacked, as I would say, on the Nami. The Dark Seal, just super poggerific, if you will. That's my new phrase. If anybody likes that, go ahead. You can feel free to use it. But I mean, Schoon is another one, just sticking with large, that played that to perfection, playing the electrocute Lysandra, and having faith in their team for the follow-up to make sure that they were not just going to get blown in place.
Yeah.
Super talented in that regard. So big ups to them. Big surprise, because I thought they were just going to actually just get 100-0 on the Engage.
And I do also want to take a moment to shout out -3 for a very solid performance from the 29 spot team. Again, this time around in the summer, the competition is very quickly getting so close between all 32 teams in the qualifier, but -3, I think, one of those surprise squads that, hey, we're in the proving grounds. We've got a lot of players that are making their debut here, starting off, getting this sort of competitive experience, and we'll have to see where -3 goes in round number 5, but shout out for them for a solid open qualifier performance here. The chaos of the OQ, something we love to see.
Yeah, absolutely. Next up, we got what teams and players have impressed the most. I flipped the script, Mac. I'm asking you.
Oh gosh, I don't know how to getting asked the question. I do the asking, Rector. What's going on?
Nope. I'm flipping the script, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna sit in each other's shoes for a second. You tell me, who's the most impressive so far?
Maryville had my hopes up. They were playing some clean League of Legends. I very much am probably going to watch the VOD between them and AoE main, because that seems like a super hype game to get into. Maryville going down to 3-1 now, going to try to work their way to 4-1 potentially, but I think the Maryville squad coming back with Iconic has just been dare I say, like, ideal League of Legends, you know, but it's been that way where they play really well as a team, working together. Like we saw Iconic Niles getting that top lane dive, then APA in Zyko roaming up a 4-man dive on top. Like, that's the kind of stuff I love to see, that really clean gameplay, and Zyko moving around on the Bard. Are you kidding me? Bard in competitive play, what is more impressive than that?
Hey, it's a flashback. What was it, 2020, 2019? You know, Bard was the flavor of the month at the time. We had Biofrost out there. Shout out Biofrost. But I think for me, it's hard because we naturally want to like go towards the side of, the 2-1, 3-1 teams, 4-0, and say like, hey, they impressed me because they're winning, which is kind of the natural reaction. I want to move away from that to a degree, because I think that, you know, Team Fish Taco was a team that I stay impressed with because they are kind of like bucking the trend, for lack of better circumstances. They've always done some things in the draft, like we saw last time, playing Callista a few patches before the buffs. Insane. We're going to fight these early game styles. We're going to skirmish. And it's kind of live by the sword and die by the sword. We saw there just in the level 1. But having the guts to play it and to stick to that foundational thought of how we want to see the game is something I'm super impressed by. And there's plenty of other teams out there that we'll probably hear and get to see more about in the VODs that are willing to not just play scaling, but want to get engaged on the map early. And that's super impressive in amateur, where it is really easy to type in, you know, this analytics site and go, okay, coach, they say this is a 59% win rate. We should just play it or ban it. But getting outside of just that cookie cutter mentality is a great thing to see.
Yeah. Moving on to our next question. Let's see what we got rounded up. Which team has the best social media presence? Regdor, I'm going to guess. First team comes to mind, DK Crew. Come on.
How could it not be? Like, DK Crew has constantly got the coolest things. They even had a rap song named after him, given that was a little while back. But there's
shout out Grapes.
We love us some Grapes. Super Pog. I think that there was another team. I swear my Twitter feed is just nothing but PG right now, and I absolutely love it.
We're here for it. No, my feed too. I totally get it. Shout out the Max stands who came out in the announcement chat or the announcement tweet. I really appreciated all of the Max stands showing love. But for teams also, we just had literally, I think, the 1 and 2 best social media teams for our round 1 matchup, because the Super Sunshine Fruit Basket Warrior art always I feel like has a special place in a lot of fans' hearts.
It speaks to me because it looks like something I could actually make. And that means
right, yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think Team Ambition's another one that they're very clean. I'm gonna get into like graphic design stuff, so save us. But I love some of the graphics they're making. Shout out to whoever their graphic design and social media managers are, because it looks super good. But yeah, for the memes and for the feel goods, it's definitely DK Crew and Super Sunshine Fruit Basket Warriors. That is absolute.
Can we say Unified Team has the best social media presence? Ooh, shout out J2.
Feels like a shill. Feels like Max trying to get some more stands up in the chat. Yeah.
Okay, predictions for the 4-0 match, Regdor. I believe it's going to be the Cincinnati Fear taking on the AoE main roster. What you got?
Live Fear, baby. That's the answer. They made it to the finals. It feels like they've come back hungry and almost like playing like a team possessed. They did sadly fall 0-3 to 100 Thieves next. It was a competitive series, but that's never a feels good moment. You don't get to walk away from that with the feeling that you gave your all. You want to see it go to 5 games. And if anything, they're proving right here and now that they are a force to be reckoned with and could be the 5-0 out of this group.
I mean, Sketch playing on a pentakill level right now. Cincinnati Fear. A lot of players to fear on that team. They got Blaze as well, someone to keep your eyes out for. The 4-0 match is going to be brutally close. I'm going to shout out my AoE fam. Long may they reign in the NA amateur community. Cincinnati, what they're doing for... oh my goodness, just words. Cincinnati, I think, represent kind of a breaking through of the Proving Ground scene where really you can get a lot of different squads that can find success against what a lot of fans perceive as the staples in the league. I mean, Maryville, No Org, we had those previous squads come through, but this is Proving Grounds where we got so many players motivated with the opportunity that they know. This is legit. If we play well here, that means a lot, not just to us, but to the scene as a whole, that they can contribute to. I think it's just such a cool opportunity that we get to just sit back, relax, tell the stories, and see how the League of Legends action unfolds. I've been having an absolute blast here in the casting booth with you, Regdor. We're going to be hopping into a quick break as we get ready for the final round of the second Summer Open qualifier. You won't want to miss it. Don't click out of that browser. We'll be back in just a bit. Hello and welcome back, everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining us here on the Path to LCS stream, where we are continuing on our coverage of the second Summer Proving Grounds Circuit qualifier. Regdor, it is round number 5. And boy, oh boy, do we have a treat. We get to cover a bubble match. 2 teams, 2 wins, 2 losses. 1 gets to move on into the top 16. It's CLG Faith taking on Here for T-Shirt.
Amen. Yeah,
Amen.
This is the run back, actually, from the last OQs. Here for T-Shirt. Right. Found themselves on the losing end of the matchup last time. No changes to the roster at all. This is like pound for pound, the same fighting strength here between these two teams that are all about the development of talent. And we do see, like we talked about, no changes. Something to watch out for, though, for me, is going to be ONAT versus Town. Town has been a huge prospect for CLG Faith and has shown time and time again their prowess on the Rift.
Last time around, it was CLG Faith starting the open qualifier 0-2 on day number 1. And as we know, in the open qualifier, you face teams with the same record. And it was against Here for T-Shirt that CLG Faith began the impossible, turned it around 3-0 day 2. Is it the CLG day 2 power spike? Is it a team diff? Will Here for T-Shirt get their revenge, as now the stakes for these two teams could not be any higher in part 2 of summer? Every game matters for the points, for the qualification to the group stage.
And I think it's a huge thing to note is just what this means is that every match you've played just adds on to the pressure to the next. So we're at an all-time high. And for younger players in the scene, their ability to do the mental reset and just come into this like it's a brand new game 1 of the day, and kind of shake off the rust of the last one, is going to be super important. We do have CLG on the red side, super important, that all-important counter pick. Could that seal the deal for the faithful to make it into the top 16 once again? That's the question.
Here's some tea, Regdor. Last time they played, it was different sides. So, a little bit of a mix-up as Coach Enzo on the side of Here for T-Shirt, I am sure, has something cooked up for this final match as we get rolling through the bans. Senna, Talia, Camille, off the board. See you later. No Cat Rat bot lane, and Seraphine taken away by CLG, targeting Blossoms in the support role. But really just kind of general bans. Those champions really strong right now. And instantly, Blue 1 lock-in, Wukong picked up for Rapid.
Yeah, the Monk is such a great pick on this patch for how healthy and fast of a clear that you can get on Wukong, as well as what we saw in the last game is the backline access into the Cyclone. It's very hard for Aaron to be a effective ADC if they're not allowed to auto attack. But that's a...
How confident are you? Tell me, Draco. Tell me how confident you are. Instant Fiora blind. Bako going for Trundle. Wow. What a draft to the start. Normally, Regdor, we're so shocked we don't normally see this. It's very interesting to go for an early top lane lock-in. Right now, Phenom maybe going for the set. It's what he actually played last time into Draco.
Yeah, this is the gauntlet being slammed down, and the set is locked in. The Pit Boss versus the Duelist, as known as Fiora. And gosh, you want to talk about Armageddon. This feels like Armageddon up in the top lane.
Wow, crazy matchup here as... What is CLG going to lock in response? I mean, nobody wants to go for the ADCs just yet. Lulu, quite the strong Enchantress. Very good, I think, with set in Wukong to get them moving, schmoving into everyone on the side of CLG Faith. In response, Trevor, he wants something aggressive in the bot lane, Regdor. He wants to engage on that Enchantress. And CLG Faith are going to pick up the from the abyss of the ocean. Nautilus is picked.
Yeah, that is quite the first 3 picks. We do know at least one of the solo lanes as well as the jungle. It is fun to see just the Enchanter into engage setup. Lulu known to be quite the pain down in the bot lane with the glitter lances and polymorphs. It's going to be very important for Trevor to find the windows where these spells are on cooldown to be able to make the engages, as the ADC pool is just being constricted, just shrinked down. All we need is a Lucian ban, and gosh, what will they have to go for at that point?
I like the takeaway of the Callista Twitch in response. CLG says, we don't want you to have a hyper carry. And here for t-shirts like, we don't want you to kill us in the early game. And they're trying to set up their ADCs as best we can. Let's see if we do get a Lucian ban in response. Early game aggressive ADC that we've seen a lot of people have success on. Flashback from the previous match. I can't believe how much this is kind of syncing up. Misfortune was picked by Aaron last time into Jeremy and Blossom, so that was Enzo's like, I'm not letting you have that again.
And Misfortune's such a great champion. One of my favorite go-to ADCs. She has just a litany. She's kind of like Bard, where you can go, you know, the Comet build. You can go press the attack. You can build full lethality, full crit, but please give it to me. I am a Kaisa salesperson.
No. Sorry, sir. I don't have time today to answer the door. You're gonna have to go to another reg door if you want that sale.
I have like a 3-page, you know, college
just
APA style thing on Kaisa. Now I just have to throw it away. But you know what else you need a college degree for? That is Aphelios, the man with many guns and different combinations. But when you talk about scaling, here's 2 of the hardest scaling ADCs picked up here in the Kog'Maw, as well as the Aphelios.
Do we see Xerath?
I don't see him yet, but it is possible. It is a great thing. Ziggs is another one that you can throw out there that matches the poke, but you know what? If they get stuck in the cage of the Yordle,
try to Valkyrie out of that.
Yeah, that indeed. Okay, so a lot of scaling in the mid and ADC positions. Vigar with his stacking capability becomes you know, inevitable at some point that he will 100-0 you as the draft finishes out here. How we feeling, Mac? This is the all-important game number 5.
I am feeling great. Oh my goodness. It all comes down to this for both of these squads. CLG Faith with some proving ground points from the last summer circuit qualifier, but not really enough to make a dent in a lot of the other totals that we see from the top 10, the top 8 teams. So CLG Faith in a position where if they place well here in, if they make it to the group stage and they do well there, they may be able to fight for a spot in top 10 proving grounds overall. So there's a lot riding on this match for them. Meanwhile, here for T-shirt, they just want the participatory. They just want the T-shirt, man.
They want some precipitation. Yeah.
They want some precipitation. Yeah. They're looking for a storm. They're hoping they're in the eye of it against CLG Faith, because last time they faced off against the day 2 power spike of CLG Faith, it did not go well. But let's see if this Jeremy Onat ADC carry style composition can do some work for them. We've seen a lot of pop-off performances, I think, with this Kog'Maw pick, with the Aphelios as well. 2 crazy hyper carries for these ADCs that we know can pump out the damage in team fights. These are guys with experience in these kind of situations where it's all on them for these team fights.
Yeah, and it's important to note, right, that we always talk about what these teams are about, and that is development. This is the second OQs for both of these rosters remaining the same, growing in the space. We've heard, you know, many praises touted for both Aaron and Town for the side of CLG Faith, the faithful carries, if you will, and it's great to watch as each time they get a little bit better, they get a little bit smarter. 1-1 on the day in day 1. Now we sit here both 2-2, running it back, and it'll really be a question in my mind in, again, this jungle top matchup. You threw down the gauntlet. You said, here is my Fiora set picked into it. And that's not a matchup, in my opinion, that is going to be quiet, is not going to be about farming. The only thing they want to farm is those vital rocks and try to get, try to outduel one another. And that's so important, because if Set doesn't get ahead, it doesn't matter how much grit he builds up, he won't be able to survive through it. And if you are winning out in side lane, that 4-1 style with side lane doesn't work out. So I'm really excited to see how the early game goes and how Rapid and Baco, their early pathing. Are they going to start on the bottom side and move up to the top, or are they going to say, hey, we're going to go towards these scaling ADCs? Aaron on the Aphelios has a bit more early trading power than Kog'Maw. The Void Monster wants to just vibe. He would like to get some items first before he really does anything. But Aaron just has to get to that Severum and Chakram combination, red and white, don't fight, right? To be able to start taking control of that lane.
Deep breaths, I'm sure, on both sides of the rift as they get ready and loaded up. 2-2, both of these teams stand. Last time, it was CLG Faith who knocked Here for T-Shirt out of the open qualifier, sent them packing without any victory T-shirts. Is it going to be a different story this time around? Will CLG once again make it into the top 16, or are the T-Shirt squad, formerly the Wildcard Aces squad, now here sticking together? This team, the synergy that they have, they've invested so much energy and time in growing together and trying to get to this stage to where they want to show how well they can play together. I know this Wildcard Aces squad, they did better way back in the not too far ago, Regdor. Wildcard Aces did better than the Wildcard main roster. Have faith in this synergistic team as they hope to turn around the story against the team that knocked them out in the last summer qualifier. It could not get any better here in round number 5.
This is definitely rather juicy. You had a real boomer moment there. You said, let me tell you, back in the day, I watched them throw a ball straight over that mountain. Let me tell you, I could have gone pro, but my knee.
Jeremy got a pentakill. You should have seen him fire away. Oh my goodness. That's an ADC right there.
It's always great to see. It's so great to see Kog'Maw back in the meta. Did get knocked down a little bit on patches 12-11 and I think 12-10B, but still super strong and one of those champions that has so much power baked in to his W with that magic damage that you've seen him be like, what's a mythic? Who wants a mythic? Building.
Why would I need that?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like Berserker Greaves into the Ginsu's Rageblade, into Runons, into Titanic Hydra, and then maybe
priorities.
Maybe I'll pick up a shield bow. I don't know, but again, there's just so much damage built in, but he has to scale into the game. While on the opposite side, for Aaron on this Aphelios has seen a few different iterations. We're currently, I still think, in the somewhat lethality generation where we are maxing E, which is different for Aphelios than any other champion, just gives those stats. So getting basic attack damage off the Q and then maxing into lethality second. We've seen Shield Bow or Gale Force into the Collector, but is really based off of timing. This is a musical style champion where you have to time the notes and get rid of the right gun at the right time for the right situation. It's not always that Severum and Crescendum combo. Sometimes you do need the Gravitum. Sometimes you need the Sniper Rifle, whose name's going to escape me at the moment, for all these different setups. So expertly rotating through those in the bottom lane is really going to set the precedence for who gets to kind of have their way here in the early game.
Yeah, last time these two teams faced off, it was Jeremy who honestly did the best on the squad, came through, put up a decent showing, but League of Legends is 5-on-5. It's going to be a team effort. Let's see if Here for T-Shirt can put their eggs in the Jeremy basket this time around and see if it works out. Meanwhile, on the side of CLG Faith, they got a lot of playmaking potential there for them. Aaron, as we mentioned, a stud, a consistent ADC, someone who you can put your faith in to come through late in the game, as well as Town and Draco on some solo laners with serious potential. Town, we know on the Viger, can just 100-0 anyone potentially, and then Draco. Is there maybe, I feel like Fiora is at the top of the list for skill expressive champions, but let's hop onto the Rift. Welcome, Summoners! Let's get ready to go for round number 5. It's here for T-Shirt, taking on CLG Faith in the rematch from the last open qualifier in summer.
So a real interesting question here is to kind of pose is, what is Baco going to do on the Trundle? Trundle is like the anti-tank guy who runs around and bonks, has the press the attack, but most notably the stat stealing. Generally, when you look at both Phenom as well as Rapid with the Wukong and Set, not champions who innately actually build super tanky. They health stack for the most part off of their items. So that's important to note that Baco's not going to get a whole lot of stacks from these two that could mess with a little bit of what is kind of the pseudo tank between themselves as well as Trevor. So will they have a strong enough front line will kind of be the question as we get into the mid game.
Right, Baco we see starting off on the top side of the map. Rapid following in suit. We do see Draco not electing to give a leash, so maybe a slight little early priority for this Fiora early on in lane.
And that is definitely a champion that wants to have the advantage in the lane, as we can already see going off to a strong trade at the beginning.
Big developmental matchup. Did Phenom learn from the last time he laned up against Draco? It was Set versus Aatrox. Baco, though, from the top side of the map, already working his way down. Blossoms and Jeremy are only level 1. Here we go, Trevor with the flash auto. Jeremy, nowhere left to run. CLG Faith in the bot lane. Strike first. Blossoms get stuck between a pillar and a hard place as it's an early double kill for Aaron.
And that's exactly how you want this lane to start off. Do not allow Jeremy and Blossoms to poke and jab at you. Get the all in and take them down with the early game strength that is the Nautilus and Aphelios. Double kill, going back to lane with the pickaxe. We love to see it, don't we, Mac?
And literally we see Rapid think, he was like, oh, Baco must have started on my bot side, on my red. No, Rapid. Baco booked it from the top side of the map straight down to bot before Jeremy and Blossoms could hit that critical level. So Rapid's going to move his way on down to the bottom side of his own jungle. And what a fantastic start here for CLG. A pickaxe picked up for Aaron.
And Baco is an absolute mad lad, by the way. That was just a straight buff gank. So now, doubling back through the camps, we'll be able to pick up this scuttle here. But said, kind of early pathing be damned. We're going to get this started off on the right foot. As you can see, there's a bit of a disparity in the two junglers CS here in the early game.
Right.
Will eventually buff out, but Baco electing towards this gank-heavy style in order to set up the bot lane for success.
And we saw last game the Nautilus Callista lane wanting to be very aggressive early on. For CLG, they bring in the jungler with a little bit of a tweak to the game plan. It works out beautifully. As now CLG sit before the 5-minute mark with a 1,000 gold lead. Critically, it's the day 2 CLG power spike. CLG fans were hoping to see Trevor and Aaron playing pretty safely here. I wonder, Hex Flash coming in, the recall Rapid sticking around. We may get a 2v3. Aaron, Trevor not expecting it, flash away. No flash available for Trevor. He's accepted his fate. Rapid returns fire in the bot lane.
and able to get at least down Blossoms on the play. But the most important piece here is the fact, or not Blossoms, rather Trevor on the play. Blossoms getting the assist there, but the carry stays alive. Aaron's able to flash out and away. 1 kill over to the Wukong. Nice little piece there as he's now even in farm. Everything's kind of evened up off this play. No, just a small gold differential right now, but we see some things going down on the top side. Rapid maybe trying to make their way up to Phenom to give them a little bit of relief, as we saw CS differential is a little real.
I do want to note real quick here, I believe Jeremy was able to get a freeze off of that gank from Rapid as well, so the here for T-shirt bot lane that wants to really scale up into this game, feeling a bit more comfortable with this wave kind of crashing into them. Jeremy's going to be able to get a huge back off, but he hasn't recalled just yet. Bako spotted out in the tri-brush, not slowing any signs of slowing down. They want this dive. You see me? I'm still coming in for you. Aaron with turret aggro quickly switches off. Bako flashes away. They get the kill on Blossoms. Rapid has come in. It's a 1v3. Jeremy trying to get into the fight. Rapid getting one shot down. Here comes Onat trying to take the Valkyrie in. Can't get close enough. Rapid getting the Nimbus strike. Dredge line away, flashing for it is Rapid. He wants the kill. Trevor's walking away, able to survive. Bako, not so lucky. Under turret, Rapid gets 2. It's a double kill for the Monkey. Here for T-shirt are back in this game.
Rapid just flips the script there. Now 4-0 on the play, able to just get everything they wanted and more. Now Town in a bit of trouble. Will get polymorph.
Onat, not a lot of mana here. Can't do too much. Can't really follow up on the play there. Blossoms helping shove in that wave. Here for T-shirt, maybe looking for a reset. Rapid, quite low. Wants that Scuttle Crab, I think. Gonna use the smite early on. Here is Trevor to zone him away. Rapid forced to back off. Trevor said, "Thank you, sir. I'll be controlling the vision." Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Thanks for the Scuttle.
Hey, we love some gold on a support. Let me tell you what, feels good. But what doesn't feel good right now, if you're a CLG Faith fan, is the 4-0 Monk here. With the first Drake on the map, looks as though CLG Faith may be the first ones to make the rotation to it. Important to note, Aaron has the red and white. Strongest extended team fight combination that you can get for the Aphelios. Be interesting to see if they're going to be able to get a play off of this, as they are just poking around in the river.
Bako on the top side of the map. No real position for Dragon just yet. Onat says, "Thank you for the blue buff. I'll be able to continue to lane now." Town spots out the control ward. Onat going to try to poke. Rapid has to watch out for Draco here, as this Fiora is really pressing the lead. Draco's pretty far ahead. Decent CS lead. Phenom, no teleport, does have the ignite, so I think he's wanted to dedicate himself to trying to face off against Draco, as action has been happening so consistently in the bot lane. Top lane feels like they're on an island. Here's Trevor in Town roaming up for this objective.
And this is the early game roam where you want to bring your support on up. Is still level 5, does not have access to that ultimate ability just yet.
Oh, Rift Herald's going to reset. Bako also level 5 here, Regdor. Oh, gets level 6 there. Hee
Might have been a candy minion that might have got smited there. Just saying. Not sure though. But XP, super important. As we do look up, this differential on the top side's a huge piece. Fun little story about Fiora and these vitals is they only spawn top and right or bottom and left. So Fiora players actually know, based off of where the first one is, where the next ones will be. And you can sometimes see they'll try to walk away to reset it, as that is a dredge line that's going to connect on Jeremy.
Jeremy trying to walk out of that huge bot wave crashing. Jeremy wants to stay for the CS. Is he going to regret it? Bako focusing on the dragon. There's a ward there. Here for T-shirt. Know that Bako was looking for that objective. The Rift Herald previously picked up, as we saw from Rapid. Very close game here to finish off day number 2 of the Open Qualifier. Again, both of these teams sitting at 2-2. Is Draco and Phenom going to punch it out?
Yeah, wasn't able to get the parry off there, or the riposte rather, onto the face breaker. So just another trade out. And Phenom really has to fight every inch to be able to try to catch up in this CS. Still right there around the 17 to 20 CS differential. And neither neither jungler really wanting to come up here and interact with these two. They are
right
in the eternal struggle against one another.
From looking at the gold charts on the left side of your screen, Aaron, with 2 of those kills, Gale Force in boots online, just the regular boots, got the trash bags on his feet. Regardless, Aaron very comfortably ahead of Jeremy by over 1k gold.
And especially when he has the Calibrum up, the sniper rifle, that extended attack range, really gets to have both safety and lane, as well as we can see that nice poking ability that challenges Kog'Maw's attack range as well. But Rapid, the Monkey King, 4-0, is down here hiding, maybe trying to get this Herald off.
Here's Trevor walking into the bush. Wow, recall. I don't know if they caught that. I don't see any... Oh, there's a lot of pings going on in the bot lane. I'm trying to wonder if they did end up seeing Rapid recalling. But it's just going to be Jeremy and Blossoms. Blossoms not yet level 6. Has to be careful, Regdar.
Yeah, exactly. Whenever the final... Oh, my goodness. That is a fight in the top lane here. Grand Challenge laid down.
Phenom going to try to stop the show, but doesn't get Draco underneath the turret. Ignite is ticking. Draco maybe can look to try to turn around that fight. Phenom has to be careful, but Draco decides, you know what, I'm low enough. I'm not going to get enough healing. Meanwhile, Blossoms does get level 6, but is exploded! The Inferno melts Blossoms in the bot lane.
And that's how quickly things can go from okay to just definitely not okay in the heart. Just the look of the eye. Everything dropped to make sure that Blossoms falls in that trade. And that's the name of the game with these enchanters. You do not want to extend out the trade cycle. You want to just make sure that we get a simple, easy kill, and that's exactly what happens. And while that's happening, Here for T-Shirt, though, decides we're just going to take this tier 1 on top if that last tower plate falls. Yep, that'll be a first tower going over to Here for T-Shirt without much chagrin.
Oh my goodness, I was on the edge of my seat wondering, was Baco gonna be able to stop the recall? Was he gonna get there in time? Here for T-Shirt, though, use the Rift Herald, get that plating gold, as well as the first turret of the game gold. So, big influx. We see Rapid sitting at the top, the 2 mid laners quite close. Phenom and Draco. Phenom's actually ahead in gold after that exchange, as well as picks up our favorite League of Legends item. Regdor, look at that.
Yeah, that is definitely an item if you want to contest side lane. The Hull Breaker, able to do a lot. The stats you get, solo bolo, really well. Phenom now down here in the bot lane, looking to make some plays now that they are a bit unleashed, if you will. Not with a teleport, but just with that first tower going down, able to make some rotations on the map. Lave is too far pushed into enemy territory, so we'll have to see if they're able to make anything happen here along the way. But like we said, Rapid is really the benefactor here. Sitting at the most gold in the game, has the Divine Sunder online, and we'll have to see if we can navigate the Monkey King into another successful play with the Dragon up in just 40 seconds.
Phenom doesn't quite get the face breaker there. Doesn't want to use the showstopper either to try to look for that kill. Does force the flash out of Draco. And heed the wise words here for T-Shirt. Heed the wise words of my lovely co-caster Regdor. Red and white, do not fight Rapid. Despite being 4-0, has to be very careful of where Aaron is currently at, with a serrated Dirk online as well.
And especially with the Severum ultimate, there's so much healing that can come out of both that as well as the ability on Severum that helps build up all those chakrams that we've seen 2,000 years, one shot is available, as we see Aaron just stacking up chakrams on the wave, as it does look as though Here for T-Shirt will start up the Drake uncontested.
Package online. Onat looking for the bot lane. Aaron giving the thumbs up. Trevor as well, just backing off. That is going to be a dragon. Going over to Here for T-Shirt. They even up the score, Regdor, as the Rift Herald soon to spawn as well. The second one of the game about ready to go.
Yeah, this has just been a trade back and forth. Gold values pretty similar, just 1 tower to 0 right now. So not too much carnage in terms of the Rift, and we're tied up. We're tied up everywhere. Drakes, kills, except for the towers. That's about the only real definitive difference. But Baco looks as though they'll be able to pick up the Herald uncontested and hopefully even up these towers here shortly.
These players starting to settle into the game. We got to watch Trevor potentially looking to come over the wall. Draco, super strong, does have that first item completed, but the range advantage. There's the Hex Flash. The hook connects. Dredgeline onto Blossoms, getting knocked up like crazy. The Wild Growth onto Blossoms. Towns come down. Explodes Blossoms. Takes out the support. Jeremy is the next to fall. Here's the passive. Draco trying to dance around. Jeremy gets the kill. Cyclone comes out. Town quickly falls as well. Shut down going over to Onat. Here for T-Shirt. Answer, get revenge for their bot lane as the Rift Herald summoned up in the mid lane.
And Jeremy got the full value out of the Living Bomb passive of Kog'Maw there, able to pick up the kill on the backside. Really ingenuitive play, and something that's super smart with a Kog'Maw is that they may, die during the fight, but still able to pick up the kill on the backside with the passive. Draco just could not find the blue suede shoes, as you would say, to get out of that. But make a good cross map, gets the mid lane tier 1, now followed up by what should be a top lane tier 1 as well.
Jeremy can't get there in time. Aaron on the top side of the map while all of that action in the bot lane was going on. It is 2 turrets apiece for both of these squads, as the gold lead is dead even. The kills are dead even. The dragons and the Rift Heralds, it's all even. Here on the Rift, they also have the same record. Woo, Swiss.
So much symmetry in the game, but sadly, only one of them is going to be able to pull ahead at the end of the day and make it into the top 16. That's what everybody is playing for right now. It feels really good to see that Aaron is out and ahead, still sitting on 2 items, most items completed in the game at the moment. A lot of gold has been funneled into them. Now as Phenom, with the Hull Breaker, tries to trade a bit with Draco. And, who wins? Somebody with Hull Breaker or somebody with the Divine Sunderer done on Draco? It feels like it's very contested still, but being able to push up to this tier 1 and just kind of hold set there is a boon in and of itself for the side of CLG Faith.
This time around, Here for T-Shirt fighting back. It's a very close game. In the previous meeting, CLG were done in 26 minutes. I don't think it's going to be that way this time around. Infernum Ultimate coming around. It's a huge amount of damage. Red and white. Here is the time for fighting. Aaron going in. Takes down Blossoms. There's another kill. Going over CLG Faith. They get the engage they're looking for. Max spoke too soon for Here for T-Shirt. Onat trying to run away. Phenom on the bottom side of the map. Pillar gonna mess up the dredge line just a little bit, but Draco still coming in to try to turn this fight. Oh my goodness. Draco finishes off Onat. Here for T-Shirt. They lose 4. CLG get what they were looking for.
And Phenom's not able to make any substantial push off of it because of where Draco left the wave. That is the fight they were looking for, and Aaron comes out big with just another mounts of gold, just stacks of gold being thrown onto him at this point. This is how you accelerate the late game carries. You bring the late game to the mid game and just win out in these fights. Really intelligent from CLG Faith. We have only 40 seconds until the next dragon is online, and you have to think now 5-1 on the Aphelios is Here for T-Shirt able to challenge them?
Oh my goodness, it is a squishy composition at the at the moment for here for T-shirt. The lethality, the collector has been completed for Aaron, and he's looking to take over this next fight. Dragon spawning in 10 seconds. I don't know if this is the fight that here for T-shirt are supposed to look for.
Yeah, this may be the sit back and we'll scale moment in the game for them, but it looks like they at least want to pressure mid, make sure that they have the push and try to sniff something out here. Very important is the wild growth from Blossoms. The last two fights, sadly, has to use it on themselves as a defensive measure, but if they're able to get it on Rapid...
Here we go. Onat with the package. Keep a close eye on Aaron as well. Onat into the back line. Can he find? He's stunned up. Town has taken down the mid laner. Oh my goodness, Aaron has fallen as well, but the deaths are racking up. Draco is here. Here for T-shirt. Lose 3 in CLG Faith. Dominate the fight.
They lose Aaron, but they win regardless, able to pick up their second Drake of the game. And now we know it does seem that it's going to be a Mountain Soul. We've been talking about, we wish that we'd gotten a Hextech Soul. I love Hextech Gate shenanigans, but it doesn't look like we've been faithful enough. The Riot Overlords did not give us the funnest rift in the game.
Right. Oh my goodness. Well, here for T-shirt down now about 3.5k gold. Aaron going for a Guardian Angel third item on this Aphelios pick. He's saying, hey, I am feeling it. I want to be a part of these fights. I do not want to get bursted down. Let's see, Phenom with this Hole Breaker. Is it going to be enough of a split push threat? Draco's 4-1-2 on this Fiora. Advantages are quickly racking up for CLG Faith.
Absolutely. And you know, one of the things about Guardian Angel that I just have to say is that I think that most people think about it wrong, right? And you're like, well, Regdor, how are you smarter than everybody? I'm probably not. But when I think about Guardian Angel, I think that it's just like the item that you go and play like a lunatic, especially on a champion like Aphelios, dump out a ton of DPS. Then during the resurrect animation, that's when your team gets to come in, follow up on that damage, and provide you a safe place to resurrect. It's kind of like Zhonya's. Right. You don't use Zhonya's in the last ditch effort. You use it to mitigate big combos. It's almost the way I see it. The question will be is if Aaron and me are on the same wavelength, if we're vibing out on this or not. We'll have to see once they complete the item what they choose to do.
A lot of big goal discrepancy between the top and ADC players between these two teams. Onat on this Corki. 2 items himself. He's not too far behind. Rabadon's death cap onto town, though, is a huge item spike for this Veigar pick. CLG Faith, everything's starting to come together as the gold lead extended to 5,000. It is going to take perfect fight execution and positioning for the side of here for T-shirt to come through with a win in the next fight.
And Baco just trolling around the jungle, seeing if he can find himself anything along the way. I am a huge fan of being a wizard. Hound is now a wizard. I tried to find a fun way to say that, but that's just it. Hound's a wizard. Now sitting at 246 stacks. On the passive, 3 AP.
The flash engage misses from Trevor. Here we go. The fight commences. Rapid is the first one caught out. Wild Growth to try to get him out to safety. Draco gonna try to follow. Rapid flashes away. They do not want that fight. Here for T-shirt, back away. CLG Faith rotate to Baron.
And no key ultimates really used from the side of CLG Faith. Dredgeline was utilized there, but that's about it. And they're walking in blind into CLG Faith. I do not have blind faith that is a good idea.
The gate put out. They're trying to slow down here for T-shirt as Baron down to 4k HP. We see Phenom, a huge... Oh my goodness, he destroys Baco. It's an even fight now as Rapid rejoins here for T-shirt trying to push it. Jeremy has fallen, but Rapid is still alive. Aaron goes down. Town flashes over the wall. It's a 2-for-2 trade as here for T-shirt stops the Baron and fights back.
Yeah, they have stopped the Baron, and that is the most important part there. Aaron, sadly, it's really hard to DPS when you're turned into a frolicking creature of sorts. Polymorph being used very effectively there to not let Severum heal them up in the fight. And my gosh, there's a lot of damage on Grit, let me tell you. If you take that sweet spot in the center, you'll go to gray screen, as we just saw Bako do in that fight.
Phenom, incredible set play there to get into the middle of everyone and just start punching. My goodness. CLG Faith, they don't get the Baron, but now kind of a reset period for us, Regdor, as we get ready for the next dragon.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are a fan of Valorant, it's kind of like being a W key gamer. You just press go and don't stop. That's what Phenom did on that play. He just walked in and said, I'm going to get into the middle of all of you and get that grit up. And we saw what the Facebreaker is able to do there. We'll have to see, as they are getting the priority in the mid lane, saying, hey, we're going to control access to the river. And maybe we'll try to start up a Baron of our own. Farsight Ward going to catch him out there.
Onat with the package, teleporting to Baron. Draco following in suit. Draco caught out of position. This is a 4v5 potential here for T-Shirt. They may have the fight. Onat goes into the back line. Watch Aaron, though. Aaron is still safe on the side of CLG Faith. Draco now gets the flank. Jeremy has to flash over the wall. Here for T-Shirt is scattered. CLG Faith, they stick together. It binds them strongly. Now they get the Baron.
That was Faith in and of itself, playing so well and creating the space that Aaron needed in the fight. And honestly, Draco's a long haul from the top lane down river as the flank came in. The reinforcements they needed to finish off the fight. 4 kills as well as the Baron. They will get, Jeremy will get this dragon on the bottom side. Feels good. Rammus, thumbs up. Huge fan of Rammus. Okay. But look at this wave, pushed all the way out to the tier 3 as they set up for this Baron power play. Bot lane is definitely going to be a lane that they can play on because of where Draco is at. 5-1, 3 items, has the Death's Dance completed for this AD damage dealer. Mr. Phenom will be able to match up really well. You can see Draco getting a lot out of that side lane XP as well as Town. 2 levels up on their compatriots on the opposite side.
The CLG solo carries have been doing such a good job of positioning and being in the right place, the right time. Draco, a beautiful flank that we saw ended up working out here for T-Shirt. They saw their opportunity, but CLG able to kite back. Aaron stayed safe, really strong positioning. Now look at this, Draco uncontested in the bot lane. Who can fight him? Phenom, I don't think you can at this point in the game. Rapid down as well. This is the point when you're a Fiora player, you feel just so unstoppable. And I know Draco's feeling good right now with the purpled up minions next to him. Baron buff empowering those minions as they look to open up the base.
And that's 1 tier 3 down, and that is a dredge line.
Phenom gonna try to hold on. A huge showstopper into the back line, but Aaron executes. Phenom inhibitor goes down next. It's a 4v5 in the base. With Baron buff still active, the power play continues. It is time for CLG to press their advantage.
Oh, and they continue to be able to siege this up. Severum and Infernum on Aaron. Really great teamfight combination. Has the Moonlight Vigil available here. Is what may be the last moments of here for T-Shirt. Just waiting for the minions to pour into the base.
These buffed up minions are going to be tougher to take down. You got a whole lot of turret taking potential. There's Rapid looking for the engage. Gets stunned up. The Wild Growth. Onat and Jeremy are fine, but Aaron gets the kill. Rapid falls as CLG stay in the base. Phenom has respawned. No ultimate available. They're just going to back off, get the minion waves shoved in. Regdar, look, they've got the super minions coming in as well.
And they can just keep up this siege. They have so much on the map on all of them.
Oh my goodness, Town deletes Blossoms as Jeremy's forced to back away. The Nexus turrets fall. And in round number 5, as CLG squad finishes off the Nexus, they're moving on on into the top 16 once again, Regdor. They send Here for T-shirt home packing as they're moving on up.
Come all ye faithful and rejoice, because it is a great day to be a CLG Faith fan once again, moving on to the top 16, covering just a little bit more of those important proving ground points to move up to the main show.
CLG Faith, the day 2 power spike, baby. It's when they thrive. And boy, in that match, Aaron on the Aphelios, huge performance, and it was all that little snowball that started the level 1 gank in the bot lane to set the Kog'Maw behind. Here for T-shirt, they fought back valiantly, but at the end of the day, the faithful shall be rewarded, and CLG are moving on into the group stage.
Yeah, huge shout out to Here for T-shirt, a masterclass performance from Rapid, but the Moonlight Vigil, Aphelios, Aaron, just doing everything and then some, being able to free fire and just decimating team fights. Just amazing positioning overall, and huge up to CLG Faith as well for making it into the top 16. Plenty of more matches that are being had right now, so we'll finally make it see who the final standings are. But for now, that was just insanity, to say the least.
Oh my goodness, let us take a deep breath after the chaos is finished. Open qualifiers have been completed. The 3-2 teams are moving on into a group stage. Let's take a quick moment to thank the groups that have helped make us make this possible, really. Atlantic, HyperX, Zowie, thank you guys so much for your support in helping the Proving Grounds come together, giving these teams and players not only the super sound competitive environment to grow and develop talent, but also to prove themselves here on a big stage. Wow, what a set of 2 days we've had here in the casting booth, Regdor. Thank you so much for joining me here in the booth. Man, what was your favorite game? I'm curious.
I mean, I think this one, as an ADC player, Aaron, this is the sort of game that makes me want to just go and just play and just be an ADC again. And that's the beauty of it, right? When you're in this supportive environment of a team setting, that is the big carry game that the whole team makes happen. So that's pretty much that's where I'm at right now. I'm about to go play some Aphelios and solo queue, run it down.
Thank you, Aaron, for the inspiration. As we might say, that's a big part of Faith, eh? That's gonna do it though for our action tonight. Want to take a quick shout out. Congrats to the top 16 Proving Grounds teams here in the second summer circuit qualifier. There is plenty of more League of Legends action coming your way here on this Twitch channel on the path to LCS and over on the Academy channel. So stay tuned for more Proving Grounds action. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just the beginning. It has been an absolute pleasure of mine to talk you guys through this incredible tournament, the qualifier to Proving Grounds. The next step for these players, just in terms of, so it goes from solo queue to here. You know, these are just their first steps as they become the players we idolize. And so it's been just such a joy to be on here. Regdor, thank you so much for making my job easier behind the mic. It's been an absolute pleasure with you, my man. Thank you, behind the scenes crew, for making us look so darn good. We really appreciate it. That's going to do it for the Path to LCS stream. If Academy is still live, they probably have a game going on right now. Go check it out. There's more Proving Grounds elsewhere. Thank you guys. Seriously, I wish everyone a wonderful night. That's it for us here. Good night.